Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Jay back again with another video. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, people are upset. People are hating. They're not happy. They are not happy, guys. It's been going on all over social media, and I finally got a chance to see it yesterday, so I decided to make a video on it today. So, the title of this video is Wealthy White Louisiana Residents Create Their Own City, Breaking Off from the Majority of Black Cities. Woo! That's it right there. People are tired. Right? They tired with the crazy nonsense that's going on in the city. So they say, forget this, man. Let's just separate ourselves so we can live a better life, because the schools are trash, the kids are trash, the culture is trash. Now it's time to do something different. And they figure out a lot of cities might probably do the same thing too. When people are tired, people are tired. And I don't blame them. I don't at all. Let's go. Let's start watching this.
And thank you for joining us for our second half hour. The Factor Uncensored. The headlines from the national media are eye-grabbing at best. Wealthy white Louisiana residents split from Baton Rouge to form their own city. But is race a real issue at the core of this municipal secession? The 86,000 residents who are forming their own city in St. George, Louisiana, say it's about better schools for their children and better city services. Baton Rouge is more than 50% black, and those who are against a split say the city will be hurt by this action to create a new city, which was approved by the Louisiana State Supreme Court last Friday after a 5-year-long battle.
Ooh, they've been fighting for 5 years.
And joining us on the Factor Uncensored tonight, we have with us Eugene Collins, who's the former president of the NAACP in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Eugene, you guys have quite a situation there with St. George, the community now breaking off, becoming its own city after the Louisiana Supreme Court approved it. So what do you think this will do to the city of Baton Rouge?
It's confusing, right? When you look at it just on the surface, there's so many unknowns to the city of Baton Rouge. So already what it has done is severely confuse the residents. And the biggest concern that I've seen so far is about where do people send their kids to school, right? Because you have a ton of folks that live in that area that if a new school district is established over the next 2 years, I mean, you got some.
All right, so he's saying, where do people send their kids? They already going to school. These kids are already destroying the school. They are, messing it up. This is the problem with these democratic cities. You liberal cities, this is what happens, man. This is what y'all wanted, and y'all finally got it. Y'all don't want segregation, right? Segregation, right? Y'all wasn't happy with it, but now y'all got what y'all want. This what y'all wanted, and now y'all got it, but now y'all complaining. It's the same thing with Chicago when Michelle Obama was complaining about white flight when all the whites were just leaving the city. Well, they just got tired with the nonsense and they say it's time to go. Why, if you guys hate them so much, right? You guys say these pro-blacks hate white people so much, but they fighting for them to come back or not to change, not to have them convert that city to their own city. You can't. I don't understand. You come on now. You can't bake the cake and eat it at the same time. No, it don't work like that. This what y'all want and this what y'all got. Come on, stop complaining.
Legacy things, the folks that might have went to some of the inner city magnet schools that now maybe have to go to school in St. George, and those families are up in the air. So what is already caused, in my opinion, is severe confusion. And I think some of the dangers of it futuristically is you continue to further divide an already highly racially charged area. And that just can't be good for the city of Baton Rouge overall and over time. But at the same time, I want to acknowledge that these folks are organized. They went out and got the votes. They raised money to continue their legal battles. And they went through a democratic process to get this city established, for which, I understand democracy and I understand that's the way that government
what you complaining for?
is supposed to work. But at the same time, it's a dangerous notion, I believe, for the city of Baton Rouge to split at any level with the current environment that we have.
And of course, for those who are wondering, how did we get here? You look at the New York Post, you look at the Daily Mail, and the headlines show mainly white wealthy community pulls out of Baton Rouge, starting their own city. Would that be accurate? And what is the reasoning behind pulling out of Baton Rouge from your perspective and what you know?
Well, when you look at the said about their argument to separate from the city of Baton Rouge, it's been based around better schools, right? Which in itself, on its face, doesn't make a ton of sense, right? Because you have some people that have supported this movement that have held hold seats on our school board, right? And it's supposed to be their job to improve schools.
I agree, right? My thing is, right, so it's not that they want better schools only. They want a better city. They just tired of the crime that's going on in the city. So they choose to separate themselves from you guys. And like I said, blacks complain about the dumbest things, right? They complain and complain when they're trying to fix the problem, they don't want it to be fixed. So these people choose today. Let me just get out of this, man, because it's not gonna work. We live in a democratic city. City's trash. The president's trash. The mayors are trash. The whole state is trash. So we choose to let's separate ourselves. We don't want to leave the state. We don't want to leave because we love it here, but we choose to build something different. We choose to do something better for us. We don't need none of that other stuff that's going on because the kids are horrible over there. The community's trash, and they don't care. They're running rapid, robbing, stealing, doing all type of stuff. The people just don't care. So if they don't care, these people find out, hey, you know what? Let's do something different because they care. We're going to figure out something different, and then we're going to fix it like that.
So that notion in itself is kind of contradictory to what we see on its face. Not to mention, when you look at the makeup of the organizers, and you don't have any people of color amongst them, it's hard not to make the assumption that this is something that might be racially driven.
But why y'all so quick to join white people in everything that they do? Why? Didn't y'all want your own stuff? Now y'all got it. It's all y'all by yourselves. Now y'all there. What's going on? So why you complaining for though? Continue.
But at the same time, I have to be honest and say that the rhetoric, the narrative that they have pushed has been about better schools. But I don't see how separating our district, separating the school district, can create better schools.
But so right now, the Supreme Court has only approved the city, creating a city.
Right.
You're not at a school district yet. And much of this still may be down the road in building the process.
Much of it may be down the road, but there are already House bills that's been put forth to bring about the things that are necessary and needed to ensure that this city gets its own school district. Not to mention that the various things that have been done to improve the district in that region already. This city is paid for, right? Not to mention when you look at how they're plan on supporting themselves, it's pulling a lot of the resources and the tax bases from Baton Rouge, stuff that is being used to.
So it's funny how you're saying that, right? So it's pretty much the wealthy people that want to pay most of the taxes. Most of the people that probably live there don't work. So I don't know what he's talking about. That the people that pay taxes and things like that. Nah, man. Most of those wealthy people are the ones that pay taxes. So this is how they able to get things done in that city. Let's continue.
To keep our city stable, right?
So I think Sharon Weston Broom, the mayor there, said the city of Baton Rouge could lose at least $46 million annually as a result of this.
At least, and probably more, right? So when you take all that into account, this is going to hurt the underserved. This is going to be paid for on the backs of poor black folks, right? Because when you think about Baton Rouge, people always assume that folks that look like me that live in certain communities don't pay taxes. And that's very far from the truth. We are property owners where everything else in our tax dollars go towards making this city a stable place to live. And when you do something like this, you put all of that in jeopardy, right? And it continually affects people that look like me in certain communities. And that's sometimes what folks don't understand, even the folks that look like me, right? Because my kids, they're going to be fine, right? I'm going to be fine. I'm an educated black man that makes a certain income level, right? But it's the folks that are just on that line, right? That live in certain communities that are just on that line. They're going to feel the brunt of this impact, and largely, man, they don't even understand what's going on because of the information that's rolled out, which is really the rough part.
All right, Eugene Collins, former president of the NAACP in Baton Rouge, we appreciate your time, and thank you for bringing us the latest and the details on this out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thank you, sir. Now, Andrew Morrell, attorney and spokesman for St. George, says this to Fox. St. George was a lawful election. The Supreme Court upheld the incorporation based on facts, evidence, and testimony. The opposition tries to create a divisive narrative because the facts and law support St. George. Now, this point is very important. Morrell went on to say our area was unincorporated and not part of any city. Baton Rouge never sought to annex our area. We followed the law and created a city where there was none.
I respect them for doing that, and I think more cities should follow this suit, because when you feel like, you know, you're tired of the same thing, and then these people vote the same thing, the people you put in the power, the way they controlling that city, which they're not control it, you know, for the people. They don't care about the people. It's all about money that they're just eating up. So all that money that they generate from taxpayers, it just goes away. It go to their pockets or stuff that they spend. They just spending money like it's nothing. Just paying, you know, spending taxpayer money like it's nothing. You got the migrants. They get to live better than the middle class. So some of them are suffering, but at the same time, they getting money left and right. They're getting fed, they're getting housing, and you think it's fair for the people that's paying taxes not to be getting those things? It's not fair. So this is what you guys want, and you guys got it, and now you guys are upset. I don't understand. Y'all didn't want to live with them, but now they leaving. Now y'all want to live with them. Come on, make up your mind, man. Y'all need to stop. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me about what you guys think about this video, guys. Let me know in the comment. You guys have a good one. Thank you.